Hello, how's it going? It's Anna from Angenend Photography and
Dayna from Stella Haus Films.
I hope you caught our last video where we talked about awesome stuff on what branding is and branding photography and branding videos, and we shared some really cool tips. So if you haven't caught it yet, go check it out and then come back and check out this follow-up video about how to find the right fit for you, because that is super duper important.
I mean, we might not be the right fit for you. I mean, we're giving you all these tips, but what if we don't get along? We probably shouldn't work together. So here's some ways to find the right photographer and videographer for you.
It's true. I hate to say that because I'd like to think I get along with everyone, but everyone has a unique story to tell. Every company has a unique story to tell, and you have to find someone that you work well together and that they very clearly understand your vision. And you might not be in Texas even, because the internet does amazing things. We are all over the place. So wherever you are, we want to guide you through the process of finding the right person to perfectly showcase your company. So what would you say the first thing is to do?
Well, the first thing is to, like, if you're looking for a photographer or videographer, first off, if you like their work, start researching them. Look at all of their work. See how long they've been in business. Look at their portfolios. Make sure that their work would fit your brand. For instance, if a photographer or videographer specializes in well, I don't want to say this because I did do a helicopter shoot. Let's say they're like machine guns, dip, cigarettes, and tequila. We might not be the right fit for each other because that's not really what my aesthetic is. But my aesthetic is very like light and bright and beautiful and airy and romantic, crisp and clean. So if my aesthetic doesn't fit your brand, then you wouldn't want to pick me.
Right. And hopefully by the time you're reaching out to someone to create this video or these images for you, you've kind of already brainstormed what your aesthetic is. Like, you have an idea for your brand, what it's going to look like. So you first want to research and find someone that fits that. Now, they might not have done a shoot that's exactly like yours, because I think every shoot should tell a different story. So it's going to be a little bit unique. But mostly, I think, like Dayna said, I mean, go to their website, look at their images, and if your shoot looked like that exact way, would you be happy with that style of editing? And then Google them, because you can find out a lot about people on Google. It's almost scary. You should be able to find some great customer reviews. I know personally for me, it's a lot harder to get a Google review because people have to like log in and do all this crazy stuff. But my Facebook page and my website is piled full of reviews, so you can go see what people think about me for real over there.
Yeah. The other thing is that, like, you can actually email your selected photographer or videographer and ask them to send you a complete portfolio of their work. I have links that I send people of all of my commercial work, so that because on my website I don't have everything. I have like 6 things. So
that got me excited, because that's so important too, because I don't want to like throw people under the bus, but there are people who can, like, a lot of people can be lucky enough to land on a good photo in like a 3-hour shoot and then share those highlights on their social media. So it is really important to see a full gallery and know, like, from start to finish that their work was consistent and good all throughout it. And I hate to say this, but it happens all the time. There are people out there just stealing other people's work. It's not even their own thing. And that is like horrible and terrifying to me. But you have to make sure that the person you're talking to is actually the one who took those photos. And a good way to find that out is make sure that they have the stock of images of full galleries.
And all of their photography and video looks like it's from the same person. Yeah. Like, if you see like 10 stellar images and 10 not so stellar images, I would be a little suspicious. Yeah. It needs to all look consistent, like it's from the same person. Yes, someone could have stolen everything, but you're going to find that out if you do more research on them. And usually all of my work is through referral. Yeah. So, like, one restaurant or one family refers me to another and another and another, so they already know that I'm good because they just saw the work I did for their friend that owns another restaurant. So it's referrals are really a good way to go too.
Yeah, they're great. So once you find someone on the World Wide Web and you think that you really like them and you like their work at least, then I would say from there it's time to go on and make sure that you like them as a person. You can determine this over the phone a little bit. I usually do like an initial meeting over the phone, just because we can pretty quickly knock out like whether or not we're a good fit for each other. I can ask questions about the company, they can ask questions about me, and then if we're still like we're jiving and we like each other and we want to go from there, then I set up an in-person meeting where we'll really like hash the details details, get to know each other, and just make sure that we click. And this is all before a contract, because when you get to a contract, that's a whole other step that you want to go over very, very carefully. So yeah, I would say you find them online, you like what they do, meet them in person, and make sure that you like them in person.
Yes. I usually have coffee with the person, meet them at their establishment. They go through what their ideas are, and I go right back at them with all of my ideas. Like, I usually, when I think of a business, ideas just start flooding and just inundate me like 24/7 about this particular brand. So when I meet them, I'm like, I could do this and this and this. Oh, and let's do this. Oh, and they're like, wait, we just want one film. I'm like, oh yeah, we can do it all in that. like it's good to meet with people and bring your ideas with you, so that they know that you're just a plethora of information and help and skill.
I think the ideal combination is you as a business owner, like, you know what your ideal dream is, like your biggest dream. Don't be afraid to say, like, one day I want to be as recognizable as Nike, okay? Whatever your goals are. And then as the creator, we come in and we want to very clearly, that's so important, is for me to have like just every detail, just to very, very clearly understand your vision. Because if there's a breakdown in communication, that's a scary thing, because I'm thinking one thing or they're thinking another thing, and then the client is not going to get the photos or the videos that they originally wanted. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen by spending lots of time communicating about what our plan is, what the outline is, the story that we're telling, the use that they're going to be having for these images, so that we're on the same page. And then, yeah, as the creator, from there I'll go and like give them all my ideas and kind of go like try not to.
My ideas first. I'm like, all the ideas just flood out, and then they're like, we'll do that one.
That's good. Yeah. But that's what we're here for, because not everyone like stays awake at night thinking about things. Like, I'll go places. I was at Fiesta, Texas with my daughter last night, and I'm looking around. It's like a little bit rainy, and there's like lights, and it's like desert. There's like hardly anyone there, and the carousel is lit up. I was like, oh my god, I've got to do a photo shoot right here. This is gorgeous. It would be so fun, right? Call me if you want to do that. Yeah. So after that, then you're going to get to the contract.
Yeah, well, my contracts are usually pretty standard, and I just cater them to each client. Like, if they want to do a year-long branding program, a year-long branding plan, so it's always fluctuating. Says that, I'm going to do what I say that I'm going to do, and if I don't, then you don't pay me. You know where to find me. It's all legally binding. If a photographer or videographer doesn't have a contract, that's like turnaround. Yeah. They're not professional. And make sure that they have insurance to cover themselves if something happens.
Yeah. It's there to protect both of you, and it's really important to understand the ins and outs. So in my agreement, it would kind of talk about like all the different components of your shoot, and then the timeline is really important too. If you have a product you're launching, or you're doing like the launch of your brand or whatever it is, I need to know about that and make sure that A, I have time to like shoot it and edit it, and B, you have time to like order the prints or whatever you need, that everything's ready to go before that date. Nobody wants to be stressed out in crunch time, so it's very important to lie out a clear timeline, and just so you know everything I'm expecting. And then for photos and videos, to understand like what your rights are once you receive those images. Like, can you share them? Can you publish them? Like, what can you do with them? What do you need to use them for? And make sure that y'all can work together on that.
Yeah, so I think we're done. We went through all of our points. If you're watching this, and you know of a company, a business, a store, a restaurant that would greatly benefit from this information, that is looking for someone to highlight their business in photography and video, we love to service the San Antonio area and beyond. Texas. I travel. Do you travel?
Yeah, I end up in Austin and Dallas and Houston pretty frequently.
Yeah, so just look at our pages, contact us. We'll be happy to help you. And if we're not available, if we don't have the time to service you, we have plenty of people to refer you to that we trust. So thanks for joining. Do you have anything else?
I think that's it. We'll link our websites below so you can check them out. And any questions you have, we're happy to answer and help you out, because we really are passionate about helping companies grow and helping them get their vision out there. We have visions too, and I know what I want, and I want to inspire other people to do the same thing, because it's an awesome feeling.
And if you don't have ideas, we have plenty of them. So we'll see you later. Thanks for joining. Like and share.